easy go.
Hello and welcome to Orion Tech Tips here with another video. Okay, today will be an $800 PC build requested in the comment section. And of course I said if you have a video suggestion I will get to that. So someone said $700 to $800, and of course I did go with the more high-end $800. And yeah, I will be going over the parts. As you can see, it's $805.52. So in our budget for sure. So for the CPU, we went with last generation's AMD Ryzen 5 2600. This is a 3.4 GHz, 6-core, 12 threads, 95 watts, overclock, 65 watts stack, 4.2 boost. I think some people definitely have got it past that, so you can get some really good performance out of this. But for 150, it's just insane. Really, like, I know there's some i7s, like, of course there's the 10th gen i7, the 9th gen i7, those are way more expensive than this, and this is giving you close to that performance. So, of course, the motherboard that we're going with is the MSI B450 Tomahawk. This is definitely, it's a really good board for the features that you get for the price. Unfortunately, I mean, like, it's not like the insane, it's not like this crazy insane board, but, you know, 4 RAM slots, up to 64 gigabytes, 4133 megahertz, Crossfire SLI support, aim for chipset. Really nothing more that you can ask for. If you want a better motherboard, you're probably not looking to buy a 2600X. The 3600X, if anyone's wondering why I didn't go with that, is originally I was planning on it, but then it went over budget, so unfortunately I could not squeeze that in, so that's why I just went with this. Okay, so for RAM, choose between 16 and 32 gigabytes. You really should not get 8 gigabytes. I know, if you're planning to just check your emails and watch YouTube videos and Netflix, then yeah, 8 gigabytes is fine. But if you just remotely call yourself a gamer, then at least 16 gigabytes. And then if you're planning to do like Twitch live streaming and video editing, then you should definitely get 32 gigabytes. Even with like less intensive games, I believe I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and I also had like a few other applications open, no games, but just like Chrome stuff, Steam, and I was using over 60 gigabytes, so no 8 gigabytes even for lighter titles will not work. But this is only $80, 3200 megahertz, 16 gigabytes. You can get 2 sets of this, throw in 32 gigabytes. For the speed, really 32 megahertz, 3600 megahertz, 2600 megahertz, 2400 megahertz. Really, if you're going with AMD, you should go over 3000 megahertz. If you're going with Intel, you can go for like 2400 or 2666 megahertz. But yeah, that's with AMD, of course, it will definitely utilize faster RAM. I'm not saying don't go with 2400 megahertz, but it just, it will, if you throw in faster RAM, it will use it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, for storage, this is really your personal choice. I could only fit in a terabyte. I was originally going to go with 2 terabytes. But maybe I wouldn't say. I know you could probably buy like 2 or 3 terabytes of mechanical storage, or probably even more than that. Way more than 2 terabytes. Probably like, yeah, around 4 terabytes. For this price, but I'd say don't do that. I know you could download a lot of games, but it's just slow, and to turn on your computer, it would just feel more sluggish, and it wouldn't be as enjoyable. If you can't afford 2 terabytes, then yeah, go with that, but it's definitely not in this budget. So just buy this, and then later down the road, you can save up more money for more storage. Maybe you would want to go with mechanical storage, but just please install Windows on this. It would be much more enjoyable. Yeah, so $115 for this. Yeah, so it's not an NVMe SSD, so you're not getting crazy speeds, but for gaming, it doesn't really matter. For the graphics card, we're going with the Asus GeForce 1660 Super. Really, the 1660 Super, it's a really good upgrade to the GTX 1060. Of course, I definitely used to do that in $800 builds. The 1060, sorry, it fits in perfectly. The 1063 gig or the 6 gig. I can't remember what I used to use for the other PC builds. Yeah, so in terms of performance, this is definitely an upgrade. It's not like something insane, but yeah. You'll notice the performance jump. If you want more information about that, yeah, feel free to. I wanted to post a video about it, but then I forgot. I did with the the 1650. Oh boy, I still remember that card. Oh. For the case, NZXT H510 ATX mid-tower case. It's just like the H500i. I'm sorry, the H500 from NZXT. Clean aesthetic, easy to build in. No, it doesn't have like huge like features or anything, but you will still looks good and you will enjoy it. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If your budget's $800, then yeah, it's definitely one of the best. Of course, you don't want to like spend a whole bunch of money on the case. If you are on a budget, if you have like a $4,000 budget, then yeah, sure, go crazy. RGB, fancy glass, do whatever you want because you can't afford it. But here, if you get like a really fancy case, then you will be sacrificing a lot of performance, and your games will not run as good. So, yeah, for the power supply, I went with Thermaltake Smart 500 watts. I have personally used this power supply, and I do like it. Really, for the power supply, just get a trusted brand, so that could be, of course, Thermaltake Corsair, Seasonic EVGA. Just don't get, like, some cheap Chinese brand, because, of course, the power supply does have the capability to kill everything in your system. Unfortunately, if you buy, like, a dead CPU, dead motherboard, dead graphics card, if you plug it in, it will not kill your entire system. But if you plug in a power supply that is a bad power supply, it will kill all of the parts, including the power supply. Everything that the power supply is hooked up to, it will kill it. So yeah, long story short, don't get a Chinese brand power supply, because they will break on you and potentially light the whole thing on fire, or just, yeah, kill all the parts. So yeah, $805.52. hopefully you enjoyed that video. Of course, I will link to all these parts in the description. And yeah, I mean, like, subscribe. If you have a recommendation for a future video, then make sure you leave that in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to do that video. Okay, thank you for the person who suggested this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, peace out.